Greetings. I'm going to talk about the indigenous nationality of Nepal, the Kusunda community. In the words of Noam Chomsky, language is not just a word, it's a culture, a tradition, a unification of a community, a whole history that creates what a community is. In the Buzu Chess section of the website for the languages spoken in the world, last updated in 2022, says that there are more than 7,000 languages spoken in the world. But do you know any such language that is spoken by only 273 population? Not only that, according to the BBC Future on the language that does not use no, last updated in 2022 by Ellen McDougall, states that this community has a fluent speaker, Kamala Khatri, in the present scenario. Yes, in this speech, in this very short speech, we will discuss about this community which is the sole linguistic isolate of the world and has the sole fluent speaker as well. Let's begin with their introduction. Kusunda community is the indigenous nationality of Nepal who until the recent time lived as a semi-nomadic hunters. They live in jungle, in the forests. The male members are expected to get involved in hunting and gathering for food, whereas the female member gather the wild crops and they go to the villages asking for some food materials and crops too. Their tribal name is Mayak, which means the people. In Nepali they are known as Ban Raja, which translated to English means the king of forest. Talking about their marriage pattern, they perform a cross-tribal marriage system, which is the matrilateral marriage performance, where a daughter is expected to marry to the brother of her mother. And we can better understand about their lifestyle by categorizing it into three different sections: past, transition, and present. In the past, they used to live in jungle, in the forest under the hut, whereas in the transition phase they shifted to the society in course of looking for some job opportunities, and in the present they have completely shifted to the society and are engaged in the occupations like agriculture, animal husbandry, and so forth. More than that, there are some very special characteristics performed by the indigenous nationality, which is very uncommon to other normal people. In the indigenous television interview by Kumar Atru with Tharma Bahadur Kusunda, the chairman of Kusunda Development Society, has highlighted some of these unique cultural and religious practices of Kusunda people. Let me share some. The Kusunda people do not take cow product like milk, curd, ghee, and they also they do not drink the water from the flowing river. That is, they only drink the water from the original source, which we call Mul Kopani in Nepali. Like we common people worshipping the god, these Kusunda people actually worship their ancestral spirits, and they even don't use cow dung for plastering or the purpose of cooking, which is one of kind of common in Nepali society as well. Yes, besides many indigenous nationalities of the world like Bushmen of Africa, Pilgrims of Philippines, Eskimos of Greenland, India, Kusunda are also one of such indigenous nationality of Nepal. More than that, Rauti and Nurang are also some of those indigenous nationality or tribal group found in our country. The main reason behind their extinction is expected that they marry to their outer caste due to the fact that there are very few marriageable partners in Kusunda, which is there is only 273 population according to the census of 2011 of Nepal. So this is the major cause for the extinction. The child grew up with understanding very few Kusunda languages and sentences, whereas and the very common language is Nepali. And that is why there's the extinction of this language. However, and whatever, indigenous nationalities are not just the identity of a certain community or a country, but are the very distinct and significant representation of the human history forever. So to preserve this indigenous identity is very crucial to find the diversity in the earth and to preserve such distinct cultural identity in the world.